Hello, and welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast. Where you can always come here first to quench your reality thirst, and where we put the real and the tea in reality. I am your girl, Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. And yeah, we are here. We are talking wrestling. We are doing the thing. And I'm drinking cream soda because why not? It's here. I bought it. It was on sale. I'm drinking it. So there we go. But, if I was drinking my real tea in my tea cups, I would be drinking it out of my cup mug, period, because you gotta have your cup mugs. All the cool kids have one, and you want to be a part of that. So get you a cup mug. The link is in the bio in the description below. So yeah, get all of that, all the things. So period.
Oh my god, it's my turn.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've done one of these. If it's not obvious enough. Hello everyone, I'm Lewis. I'm a canny laddie from Manny, which is in the UK, which is also where this this premium live event is taking place in the UK, which is why I decided to make my glorious Tomato Ciampa-esque return to the podcast. I am not drinking anything. If I was drinking anything, it would be tea because we're in the UK for this pay-per-view, this premium live event. But I don't even drink tea. I'm not British. I'm not British enough. I should drink more tea to be more British.
Oh, wait a minute.
And what was your name again?
Because
it doesn't matter what your name is. Because I'm here and I'm back. And I'm here to tell you guys all of my bad opinions. What's up? It's Wes. I'm hydrating myself with some H2O. And you're all here to see what I'm cooking.
Wes, is it generic?
Always.
Lana, hit the button. Hit the button, please.
Oh, I can't get to it fast enough. Oh my gosh. You can't throw that at me. I'm not Logan.
Prep for me, okay?
Okay. Oh, good Lord. I got to go to the break. Okay. I'll tell you. But go ahead, Topher.
Hi, I'm Topher, and I am back again to review this upcoming premium live event, the Money in the Bank, the successor to King of the Ring in making kings and legends and future champions and exciting ladder matches.
Period.
Damn straight. And I am Brook, your clear college graduate who plays way too much fucking Smash Brothers. The past week, I've been playing SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 because I bought a PS2, and that game is great. I am also very excited to talk about my favorite PLE on the calendar every year, Money in the Bank, Stars Are Born. WrestleMania is where stars die, as we are aware. And I am drinking generic water as sponsored by one Miss Lucy LaDuca. Thank you, Lana. All right.
I'm very new to what the fuck was that?
That was our crossover from wrestling into Drag Race, and we wanted to, let loose with Lucy LaDuca. Period. It happens from time to time. You have to let loose. Yeah, because why not? I forgot what I was doing. I forgot what I was doing. The whole go get let loose threw me off. But we'll get it together. Yeah, we're talking about Money in the Bank. It's going down. It's happening Saturday in London. So first of all, I don't mind the pay-per-views in London. I'm pretty sure I would rather have most of the pay-per-views in London so we can have the show start here at 2:00 in the afternoon and I can have the rest of my day to myself. That's great. But we're talking about London. I'm excited though, because I do appreciate them going and spreading the love. If you're going to be a worldwide global company, we need to spread the love and let everybody have a chance to, be in the arena for these big old pay-per-views.
I'm holding myself personally responsible for Money in the Bank coming over to the UK because I was a huge contributor in the audience for Clash at the Castle. They saw me and they were like, that guy's what it's all about. That guy, I think his name's Lewis. Yes, he's the reason why we should come back. And they are back. Only difference is I won't be there this time.
Craziness though, because this is the first PLE in England since Insurrection 2003. Don't correct me, Clash at the Castle was in Wales. And it's the first pay-per-view in London since Insurrection 2002. So, like, it is very nice watching WWE travel again for shows. There was a time period where we would get, like, a WrestleMania in Canada every, like, 3 or 4 years. But this year alone, we've gotten Saudi Arabia, England, and Puerto Rico. So it's nice seeing them expand their horizons.
True.
Maybe we'll get a WWE show in Japan. I doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah, right next to Forbidden Door, right?
I remember that one random SmackDown that took place in Tokyo or something like that.
Well, I remember Beast in the East, which was like half a pay-per-view. But
Hey, I mean, listen, if we do go back to Japan, maybe we'll finally get a 6-star match.
Tokyo Dome!
And this premium live event is the only event in Europe that's worth watching this year, right? As far as I know.
Yeah, 100%.
Other major news of any other companies throwing on any other events in Europe.
Yeah, it's not like another company is having
not too much.
Ooh.
Not too much.
It's not like another company is having a PLE.
I might be at that other event you're alluding to. So
What event? There is no event. He just said there's no event.
Not happening. Can't confirm. Not happening.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but let's
Yeah,
talk
listen, guys, it's about time we dive all in to
all
this
the
paper.
way into. Not
Right
all. We're gonna dive all into Money in the Bank because that's the only event that's worth talking about that's happening in the UK. Here we go. I don't know what this is gonna look like because I don't like that one, so I'm going to switch it to.
Ooh,
I don't know.
we're having a live changeover.
Topher.
Yeah, we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
When
I mean-
Topher comes back, it will look more full.
Right. I was like, where'd Topher go? No.
That's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do this. Yeah, that looks cute.
That's cute, but I feel like we're too big and that's too small.
Can you make it?
I'm gonna move. No.
Oh, we've just lost Brook
Lost
completely.
Brook completely on that one.
AKA the best episode of the Cup ever.
This
will work. This will work.
This is fun.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see everything.
Topher is going to take a brief Liv Morgan hiatus.
Yeah, for a second. And
Hey,
he'll
she's
be
back now.
And she's back.
Right, yeah.
Wait a
Felt like
minute.
how
Let me
long
go.
ago was it she was last on? It
Let's
didn't feel
go.
like too long.
She left in May, so she was on like
Okay, so it wasn't that long.
Yeah.
You know.
I forgot I was going through the slides, so we started at the end. But okay, we'll go back.
I think we're gonna trim that and like start.
London.
It's fine. We don't have to trim it. We're a mess. We're cracked. We're a hot mess on the show, and we're
Listen.
just gonna be a hot mess. Period.
Can I
For my
just say?
For the first episode back, they want more of everyone, and especially me,
Mhm.
but also everybody else.
Mhm.
It's not like
Can
I just say,
forever.
Go ahead.
The the setup for this is similar to that they used for Backlash with the like they're using the side of the arena rather than like a big and I love that. Like I loved how minimal yet unique the way that Backlash looked, like presentationally.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm glad that they're doing a similar vibe for this.
Okay. Well,
Cool. Anyway,
let's jump into the first match that's on the slide. Will be the Money in the Bank, the women's Money in the Bank. As stated, before we got on air, we talked about this, how the OCD in some of us is kicking in when it's 6 women in this match and it's 7 men in their match. It's kind of like, why we didn't have one more woman you can throw in there and make it even. But whatever.
True.
What y'all think? Jump and dive in about this.
Other
match.
thing that is making my OCD act up is that they have that tiny little baby briefcase right beside Zoe Stark's head, which that is normally the women's briefcase is the white one. So why
Right.
would they not just like swap the colors here? But whatever, I guess that takes time.
No. It's simple. They're just showing what priority is at WWE management. That's all.
He's not wrong.
Well.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think this is a really strong field. I think this is arguably the strongest Money in the Bank field we've had in a long time. It is missing a certain sparkle. Maybe somebody who has a degree in sparkle from the University of Bliss, but she's pregnant, so whatever. Got that reference. You've been an Alexa Bliss fan for a long time. Regardless, I actually really like this lineup. I wish there was one other person. I don't know who that one other person would be. A cough Shotzi, but I don't know. I feel really bad for Shotzi and Bayley because that entire thing just got cut from SmackDown. But you know,
yeah, Shotzi is not really being given time to actually prove herself.
I mean, listen, her chances of winning this match were smaller than the women's Money in the Bank match on this title. So
Yeah,
I don't know
Shotzi
how
was
much of a
Shotzi was never going to win.
do.
Shotzi was never going to win this. It would have been nice for a bit of balance to make it look like WWE are actually painting both the women and men as equals, even if they made it, because we know it's not true, but even if they had tried to make it look true.
Right.
This is going to be such a middle of the card match, and it makes me angry.
Yeah. Well, we know that Shotzi's not winning, but who do you think is, Brook?
Okay. Is it weird that I think 5 of the 6 women in this match have a chance to win it? Like, I honestly think the only person I think has no shot at winning this is Bayley. And that's just me. I feel like Io Sky is probably my biggest pick. I would personally love Zelina Vega to win this briefcase. Because it feels like everybody else has something going on in this match, like another storyline that they're exploring right now. Because you got the whole Io Bayley tension when it comes to damage control. Zoe Stark, Trish, and Becky are kind of off on their own, doing their own thing. So I think Zelina there's like a decent amount of logic there. But honestly, Io Sky winning the briefcase would give me so much happiness and joy that I cannot not pick her.
So if you had to put your money in the bank on somebody,
Io Sky.
And you know what? I can't knock that. I have some similar sentiments. I think this is a pretty cool match. I like all 6 people here. I'll be honest. I agree with you completely in the idea that I don't think I see Bayley winning this. I also can't say I see Becky Lynch winning this, which is also crazy. If you told me, a year ago, I don't see Bayley or Becky winning anything because they were winning everything, I would like to see Zelina Vega, but with the Asuka feud, my money is also on Io.
Interesting. I also agree that Bayley and Becky aren't winning, and I think that's just because it looks as though, with the way they've built this pay-per-view, that they're trying to build newer stars out of this. Like with the way they've booked both these Money in the Bank ladder matches, I say newer stars. I'm about to make my prediction, which is not a newest star at all. And I can't believe I'm saying this in 2023.
Trish.
No.
I genuinely think Trish might walk out as the winner, but not cleanly. I think Zoe will help her get there. It might just be a case of Zoe getting the case and then dropping it to Trish, and then that stupid old, oh wait, Trish has the case, so she's won it, like that kind of thing that WWE.
They better not recreate the James Ellsworth Carmella finish in this match. That's just all I have to say.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised.
Not even a man doing it, just like the idea of someone grabbing it, grabbing the briefcase, and then dropping it to someone else. Like,
right. I will say I've enjoyed what Trish has been doing a lot since she came back to a full-time schedule.
Fair enough. Me too.
I mean, exactly what we said about Night of Champions. You know how you can tell Trish is the heel? She's wearing the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I kind of agree with everything y'all said. I kind of think, I mean, I would love for Zelina Vega to get it. Honestly, I would love for her to get it. I think she would be the perfect choice to have it right now for Money in the Bank. But Io Sky also will be a great choice to have it right now. I don't think any of the other ones should get it right now. But now, the Trish thing, since Lewis said, is like, ugh. But possibly. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's not sitting well with me if Trish wins this thing, because it's like, why? In 2023, why are we still giving Trish Stratus contracts to be a champion? I don't know. Not bad. But anyway, I kind of feel like I'm going to say Zelina Vega's going to get it. That's going to be my pick. That's going to be my prediction. It's going to be Zelina Vega.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if she gets it?
It
I
would be
also have to
amazing.
comment that this is, in my opinion, the most unpredictable match on this card. It is very hard for me to choose a decisive winner.
This and one other match, which we'll get to, I'm assuming pretty shortly. But I agree.
Well, kicked me out.
Okay. Are we? Yeah, I don't know. This is definitely, I agree. It's very unpredictable. I don't know if who gonna be right. It's because they might just surprise us and let Becky or Bailey win it when we like, nah, they're not winning nothing. So
I mean, honestly, Zoe Stark could win it too, and
she could win it.
Like,
Yep.
honestly, this entire field is stacked, and I'm really excited
Listen,
to go from here.
Stark would be a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Becky would be a little bit of a letdown. Bailey would be throwing a title against a creative brick wall. And then the other three are pretty interesting choices. So overall, I think this is a pretty cool match.
Yep, agreed. Well, let's move on to, since we did the women's Money in the Bank, let's go to the men's Money in the Bank. And there's 7 cast. This is an interesting one for me, honestly, because I feel like, I feel like a lot of people should get the contract. A lot of people deserve to get the contract, but yeah, this is interesting. And I don't know if I will be disappointed if Logan Paul got the contract or not. I'm kind of in the middle. I used to be like, you would have asked me a couple of pay-per-views ago when I've been like, absolutely not. He don't need to get the contract. I don't want to get the contract. Now I'm like, but could he get the contract? I mean, am I that disappointed if he got the contract? I don't know, but I don't think I want him to get it though. But
I would be disappointed on one basis. He is not a full-time wrestler.
Right.
He works part-time. He only shows up for like the big events rather than working a full-time schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But he's an amazing. He's not Brock. I feel like Brock has more of a commitment to WWE than Logan Paul does.
I think they've wrestled on the same amount of shows this year, or they're about close to it. For me, personally, there was only one acceptable answer. Note the header. Yeah. I am full-blown rooting for LA Knight in this thing. If Logan Paul, Damian Priest, honestly, if any of these guys win, I won't be mad. But I just think this is one of those situations where WWE needs to listen to the crowd. Okay, not Logan Paul, LA Knight got people to boo Rey Mysterio. How do you get people to boo Rey Mysterio? That's ridiculous. Okay, you know who the last person that got WWE fans to boo Rey Mysterio was? Daniel Bryan. Okay, this man is that over. It is ridiculous. Okay, if they do not pull the trigger on him at Money in the Bank, they never will.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if we've learned anything in the history of WWE, is every time they have a loaded gun that the audience has given them, they like to throw it in a river. And so, as many as I'd like to say there are 7 competitors in this ring, to me, I actually only see 2.
Mm.
And unfortunately, there is only a no and no yes about it, because I only see Logan Paul and some Judgment Day bling. That's the only things I can see here. And I'll paint you 2 pictures, and you guys can tell me which one you like more. I see either Logan Paul taking this briefcase in Seth Rollins defends into some third Seth Rollins Logan Paul feud. And I'll be honest, I think that's kind of what we're likely to see here. So if I had to put my money anywhere, it's probably Logan Paul. But imagine a world where a certain Judgment Day, a certain tall Judgment Day member is somehow able to take the Money in the Bank contract, and Finn Balor were to somehow gain a championship tonight. What type of tension in the Judgment Day we could see. And so for the storyline, I would want to go with a Judgment Day storyline, but we're probably seeing Logan Paul.
Okay. I would have to agree.
First of all, I must say, very happy to see Ricochet getting to work with Logan again. Those two are going to put on a spot fest in this match, and I'm very excited for it. Second of all, prediction: we're not seeing Butch in this match. We're seeing Pete Dunne.
I certainly hope so.
There's already been ramblings. What's the word? There's been talk
Rumblings.
about ramblings. There's been rumors. There's been little rumors that he's getting his Pete Dunne name back, and I think this is the time to do it. It's got to be LA Knight. I like there's. I feel like there's so much like talk about, oh, we might be getting an upset, we might get, but I feel like someone in the company is trying to throw the scent off the obvious finish,
right?
To the dirt sheets. But yeah, I think it's got to be LA Knight. He's so over right now. If LA Knight doesn't win, I'm saying that's a Vince decision.
Yeah, I would point out, Lewis did bring up something really important. The past couple of days on Twitter and like on the dirt sheets, we've been seeing this report that allegedly there is a major upset planned for Money in the Bank this weekend. We're not sure what match it's talking about. There have been lots of reports saying it's not talking about the men's Money in the Bank match. To me, that inclines me to lean towards another match later on. We'll talk about it, but just know that is something that is being discussed and going around quite a bit.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Logan Paul winning would be kind of like, I would personally want LA Knight to win. I think LA Knight is very much over and deserves to be, like, if the crowd is there, you have to, at some point, like you said, you have to give the crowd what they want at some point. But
you would
also, I'm about to say also, you would think, but this is the WWE, and we have been fans for a minute, and we have had our hearts ripped out over and over and over and over again.
I'm looking at you, WrestleMania 39.
Right. So
I'm looking at you, WrestleMania 31. Not 31.
So I think Logan Paul winning is a thing, but I also agree with you when it comes to Damian Priest, because could you imagine Finn Balor winning and Damian Priest having that and threatening, like, time and time again to cash it in and cash it in? And I think that's a good storyline to have in a long, and for longevity down for the year. But what happens if Damian Priest wins, Seth Rollins loses, Damian Priest cashes in that night, and now he's the champion, and Finn Balor has to walk around with Damian Priest as the champion with their already tension that they have. I feel like it can go either way, but
Mini Rant does not need the card. If they have a night one cash in this year, I will lose it.
I don't want the women to have a night one cash. I don't even care if the men do. I just don't want the women to, because the women always have night one cash ins, and I'm sick of it.
You know what the brilliant thing is? I never thought I would say this. They don't have a women's title match on the card, so they literally can't.
We can't.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. Oh my
They have
God,
to.
you're right. We really can't. Thank God, because
You can't mess up women if you don't put them in the ring.
there. Right? Apparently,
I hate that that's the way I hate that that's what we have to do in order to make sure that no women are cashed in on day one.
I'm about to say you have two great champions, women champions, and neither one of them can defend at Money in the Bank. Nothing. We can't have nothing. But if they have something, they're going to be tempted to make them cash in night one because they always do. But since they don't, it can't happen. So great.
So
we won't. So that's the
I'm
prediction.
picking LA Knight. Wes is picking Logan Paul.
Nope.
Lana. Oh,
No.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm going. It's so hard for me, guys. I'm picking Logan Paul. I just hate myself for it.
Right.
And then Lewis and Lana are both picking LA Knight as well.
That's who I want.
The man who bet on Cody at WrestleMania is picking LA Knight in this match, but the man who lost because he picked Cody at WrestleMania is picking Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's move on to the next match then, shall we?
And Topher's picking Mustafa Ali.
As he should.
As he should.
Yeah, Topher, before he left, he told me to pick for him. So.
Yeah, I mean, Santos Escobar going to get taken out with an injury. They're replacing him with Ali.
Look, is that happening? Because I want it to happen. I just really want it to.
No,
I just really want.
Ali, if you're not following NXT, is very busy with an NXT North American title feud right now with Wesley and the other guy. There's 3 people in that feud. I cannot remember who the other person is offhandedly, but Wesley's the champ still. Also, congratulations to Wesley, officially the longest reigning NXT North American champion of all time.
Thank you. I'm glad you saw that. It's been wonderful.
Oh Lord! We're moving on.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes. Speaking of Cody Rhodes and Dominic Mysterio.
Lana, I have 3 words for you.
I don't care, but go ahead.
My words were, how much adversity?
How much adversity?
Yeah, how much more adversity do we need? I think that what we need, obviously, is to have Brock Lesnar stomp his way out in his Midwestern hat and go-go boots, deliver an F5, another one, to Cody Rhodes. That way Dominic Mysterio can win this match. Isn't that what everyone wants? Can you tell that's what I want?
Unironically, I want Dominic to win this match. I know. Okay, can I explain why?
Yes.
Okay,
please.
Because and this is only if Damian and Finn also win. Okay, note. If every member of the Judgment Day after this show is coming off of a major win, okay, like Damian's got Money in the Bank, Dominic just beat the guy who challenged Roman for the world title at Mania, Rhea's still the women's world champion, I forget which one she has, and Finn's the new world heavyweight champion, this will be the super group in the company because the bloodline's dead. So I would love that. Personally, however, I would be the dumbest bitch on the planet if I picked Dominic Mysterio over Cody Rhodes in this match. So I will be picking Cody Rhodes.
Well, see, this is the thing. I guess I kind of agree. I kind of feel like I kind of want Dominic to win this match. And I know I said give me a break before, but here's why. Dominic is the biggest villain right now in WWE. Everybody hates him. They hate him with all of their heart and soul. He can't get a word in edgewise. And I think to continue that path for him and to make it they need to make him a little bit more realistic as to somebody who could possibly beat somebody, because right now he's the joke. Like, nobody takes him seriously. He's never going, like, everybody knows that they can beat him. They need to amp up his villain To me, I feel like they need to amp it up a little bit and make it look like, okay, well, possibly he could win, and then like he beats somebody like Cody Rhodes over some shenanigans. Now, I think shenanigans need to happen. Maybe Brock Lesnar comes out and does some stupid stuff, or something happens, some foolery happens. The referee goes down, and somebody in Judgment Day comes out, and something. Mommy's gonna be out there, so something happens. He's not gonna be a clean win, but I feel like if he does win, it'll make him more like, okay, maybe he's a serious contender as well as being hated. And then this also gives him something to brag about for another 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to the next pay-per-view or whatever.
Absolutely. And let's be honest right now. Dominic is a chihuahua, all bark, no bite, who is nipping at the ankles of Cody Rhodes, because he is the personal pet of Rhea Ripley. And that's how he's seen right now. Can he be annoying? Yes. Are chihuahuas hated? Yes.
Yep.
Everyone hates a chihuahua. No one likes them. None of the audience. None of you watching right now like chihuahuas, as none of you like Dominic Mysterio. But here's the thing, right? If Brock Lesnar provides more adversity and Cody Rhodes takes this pin and everything else goes Judgment Day, we could have Judgment Day's best day. That could happen. And that's probably a world I'd like to live in. And because of that, I will, for once, root against Cody Rhodes here, and I will choose Dominic.
I think if we do get Brock shenanigans, it won't be until after the match. Yeah, I think Cody wins. And Brock just takes him out as soon as he's celebrating. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Dom wins. Shenanigans
And then
happen.
at Backlash, no, I'm kidding.
Shenanigans are afoot.
What show is after this? SummerSlam, right? Yeah.
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 Yep.
So
Yeah.
I could definitely see Brock shenanigans happening. I don't think it's gonna make Dominic win. God, it's a hard call. I think I'm gonna go with Cody, but with the understanding that Brock is definitely a looming presence.
I think it's pretty like I'd put money on Brock showing up regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Somehow we have to have that major upset, right? What would be more of a major upset than if
Cody,
the slug of the year?
Actually, now that you mentioned the upset,
I was about to say
I
major
didn't connect
upset.
the dots to this match. I
'Cause
didn't connect the dots to this match. Yeah.
There's nothing more major of an upset than Dominic Mysterio beating Cody Rhodes. Just saying.
Yep.
I agree with you, Wes. We are here. They are there. So
Maybe
it is what
this
it
is the upset that they're talking about. Yeah.
But
If it is, I told you so.
well, moving on. This match was just recently added. Gunther versus Riddle.
Yeah, I'm going to
Sure.
quickly give you a hint. This is not the upset that they're
No,
talking about.
absolutely not.
Better.
No.
So I haven't been here in a while, but I always like to choose a match that's under 7 minutes, and this is the one. This is it. That's nothing more to be said. I can keep it short and sweet, just like this match.
It's a shame because Riddle had a stellar of a match with Rollins last time they were over here. Yeah, this is going to be a quick one. Gunther wins clean. Yeah, sweet. They need to fucking change Riddle up. Make him heel or something. I'm tired of this hippie dude, bro, whatever the fuck gimmick.
I mean,
Give us
yeah,
something
because they
new.
never really mention, right? You always hear like no shirt, no shoes, no service. See, that's the same thing in the WWE though. No shirt, no shoes, no titles.
Oh,
This
He's
is
a
kind of how
former
it
U.S.
is.
champion.
Oh,
Riddle?
Yes.
he was a
You know what he's
tag team
not
champion?
going to be?
WrestleMania.
he's not going to be an Intercontinental Champion the way his character's going.
Not tonight. No, not this show. But yeah, Riddle literally dropped the U.S. title to Sheamus at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, 2020. See, that's how
COVID.
forgettable it was. Like,
It's COVID. I get it. So for me, knowing that we are officially, as of today, 70 days away from Gunther breaking the Intercontinental. being
Mhm.
this close. Do you really think they're gonna end it with Riddle?
With Riddle?
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Now, could I see this match going with a different finish than Gunther beating Riddle clean? Yes. Mainly because of the other rumor going around at the moment, one of the other two rumors going around at the moment, that a certain Apex Predator has recovered from his injury and could be returning very soon, and that there's a rumor that Orton Riddle is penciled in for SummerSlam. If that is the case, I would like to see it.
I don't believe it, personally. I will say there's a potential that this match will actually be a pretty decent match. These two have already met in a Progress Wrestling ring and fucking killed it. If WWE gave them the opportunity to actually fucking show off in the way that they did last time that they met, this could be a good match. But Gunther's winning.
There's no way Gunther's not winning this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I can say is, guys, is riddle me this. Who's big, tall, and looks like a yellow vegetable? It's going to be Matt Riddle because he's going to get squashed.
Oh my gosh.
Not
Not the squash jokes. Okay, Jesus.
He's really embracing that Rock personality.
Apparently.
You know,
I would like to think that these two could surprise us with a banger.
I mean, I would love to think that we'd have a good match with them. I think, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too fully like invested in this match yet. But I guess since it just was announced not too long ago, I have to.
I just think Gunther's got that magic sauce. Anyone that works with him,
that is true.
Gunther can wrestle and mop, and it would be entertaining.
That is true. That is very true. I have to agree with that. I think Gunther is a very good wrestler, and then puts on a very good performance. I think he's going to be good, regardless. But it's going to be short, like Wes said. I think.
And we also must give a strong shout out to the second best ring announcer in WWE right now, Ludwig Kaiser, because the entire presentation of Gunther as Intercontinental Champion has been elevated to a higher standard by him. And I definitely think that watching Gunther like beat up Riddle is going to be really satisfying.
Right, but Samantha.
The best. That's why I said
Samantha. No, but like particularly with Imperium, like.
Yes, when she says Imperium,
the way she announces Imperium.
I think Samantha's definitely my favorite ring announcer, like ever. Like I like Lillian Garcia, but it's something about Samantha for me.
Samantha Irvin, yeah.
I just really like her. She's so good.
She gets it, and that's what makes her so entertaining. And the moment they announced that Imperium was coming to Raw, and while she was on SmackDown, I kind of was really sad for a few days. And they're like, "Oh yeah, since Ricochet's on Raw and they're together, Samantha's moving to Raw too."
Yeah.
I do love that they don't split up the couples for that very reason. I'm like, thank you.
Right.
I'm so happy they started doing that because a couple weeks ago they were just like, "Oh, you're in a relationship, you're on Raw, you're on SmackDown, have fun."
I mean, I think they would still do it for if you are engaged or married. If you're just dating, they'll split you up in a minute. They don't care nothing about you just dating. But if you're married, and in Samantha and Ricochet's case, engaged, they keep them together, which I appreciate.
Right.
But her Instagram is amazing, by the way. If you follow Samantha Irvin's Instagram, she's awesome. She puts up all her behind the scenes stuff, and especially when she's about to make the announcement of the winners. She records that and puts that. Oh, so good. I love it. Okay. But yeah, next match. Seth freaking Rollins, Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
I must admit, there has not been a storyline that has captivated me like it has in a long ass time. Honestly,
really?
I am more into this than I was Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm aware
but like the Bloodline storyline as a whole.
No, I meant what I said. I honestly this is probably the most captivated I've been for a storyline since like Kofi Mania, keeping it a buck. Because it makes sense. Like the feud, the rivalry, the pain, the reason that Finn wants to beat Seth is not just, I want the bling on your shoulder. You literally took a year off my career, and then you came back and instantly were showered with praise, and you became successful again, and I just did it. We don't know what would have happened, and I want to take everything away from you like you did to me. And it's so compelling to watch, especially on somebody like Finn Balor, who is just such a great talker, very underrated talker. We don't get to see a lot of him on the microphone unless it's like a few lines of Judgment Day stuff. But he's really had a chance to shine in this storyline. And I pray that Finn Balor walks out of London as the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Listen, you guys have heard of the great Saudi and Arabian challenger in Saudi Arabia, but are you ready for the great European challenger in Europe? Perhaps. Because that's kind of what's being set up here, right? But I do have to wonder if LA Knight wins Money in the Bank, if we see anyone except for Damian Priest win Money in the Bank, does it make a whole lot of sense to be having them feud with Finn Balor coming SummerSlam? I don't know. So to me, if you think that it's going Damian Priest, then it's Judgment Day time, then I'm going to go Finn Balor. But honestly, because it's probably, either the Jake Paul, friggin' Logan Paul half breed, or it's LA Knight, I'm going to have to go with Seth Rollins.
I understand that this makes sense from a storyline standpoint. I just feel like the build for this has been pretty weak.
No.
Particularly in the last couple of weeks. Compared to other storylines we've seen on WWE programming recently. Yes.
Mm-mm.
It makes sense, yes, with the whole what happened with the Universal Championship to begin with. I get that. But I don't think the build for this has been as good as, per se, Bloodline Civil War, which is...
Sure. And they have to pacify Seth Rollins, right? Because he was super annoyed. Because let's be honest, Cody Rhodes came back to this company and took his spot. A lot of those spots that Cody Rhodes got recently were going to be Seth Rollins spots. And then they were given to Cody, right? So this entire title is almost a let's pacify Seth Rollins and give him a title to hold on to. If he only holds on to it for a couple months, is that going to be enough for him?
I mean, because he's allegedly going to film a movie soon, it better be. I don't care.
I thought that was already done with.
No, not Captain America, like another film. He only shot a few scenes for Captain America. He's allegedly filming an actual film for a few months. And if that is the case, there is no way they're letting him keep that belt. So
I don't see why not.
Because
Roman Reigns has had a relaxed schedule in the last year or so.
Because the whole point of the World Heavyweight title was to have a champion on TV.
But there you go, Brook. Believing that WWE is going to keep a promise and deliver it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think they're a little short-sighted, and that's all.
I feel like this. I don't think Seth is... I want Seth to lose this belt, but I don't think it is. He's going to lose this belt because, number one,
over.
He is very over. And I feel like it's Finn Balor's time. I feel like Finn Balor deserves this. I've been saying this since the Universal Championship was taken from him due to injury and never given a real opportunity to get it back. And knowing they put him against Roman Reigns, knowing they were not going to give it back because they wanted this storyline to continue. I feel like Finn Balor deserves this championship. I felt like he should have won it before the first, he should have been the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship over Seth. I felt like that when it happened. I feel like he should have been that. And so I don't think they're going to take it from Seth, but I wish they would. I kind of want Finn Balor to win this match. It should be.
This should have been the match in Saudi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck they were including SmackDown superstars in that tournament to begin with.
Right. I don't. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. It's not
Because
coming to
they're-
SmackDown.
Because they were going head to head with the NBA playoffs, and they wanted viewers.
But they didn't think Finn Balor would give that boot. Because first of all, people want to see Finn Balor win this match. Because he deserves to win. He never got a fair shot at getting his title back when he came back. And all the spots, like you said, been going to other people above him. Went to Seth. It's going to Cody. It's going to everybody else but Finn Balor. So my gut, not even my gut, my desire is for Finn Balor to win this match. Is that going to happen? I don't know.
And let's be honest. Let's say Seth retains, LA Knight wins, and then Cody wins. We are starting to look at not Judgment Day, but Rhea Ripley plus the 3MB. That is kind of what it's looking like. So if they don't go and give Judgment Day something this pay-per-view, what are they going to do? Because for the last 6 months, they've just been chump change in comparison to Rhea, you know?
Right.
I feel like one of Dominic, Priest, or Balor have to win. And I think up to all three of them could.
Guys, if all three win, this next storyline is going to be massive.
It will be huge. It will solidify the Judgment Day for the super group that they wanted them to be in the first place.
I highly agree.
I have to go with Seth on this. The chokehold he has on the fans is just too big.
I understand. I want Finn, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
I want Finn. Don't get me wrong.
But Seth doesn't need a championship belt to be over, though. That's my thing. It's like Seth is going to be over whether he loses or not. You know, like he keeps the belt and keeps it or not. I don't think any of that's going to diminish if Finn Balor wins the belt off of him. Because Seth has been over God forever. I can't remember the last time we got like actual boos for Seth Rollins, even when he was a heel. So like, I don't know. It's a tough to call.
Yeah, and just for FYI, I really enjoy putting this poster on my side because just to look at Finn Balor is just making me very happy. So just put that out there. I just wanted to put that out there. You know. Moving on, unfortunately. Bye, Finn.
Maybe a rematch at SummerSlam.
Maybe. The Bloodline Civil War. What? Oh, well.
Oh.
Let him in, Lewis,
that
please.
timing. That time. Oh, let me do it. Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm full screen.
Quick question: is the women's tag title match after this sled?
See, this is why I asked you before. This is what I asked you before. I asked you, did I have everything? And you said, I have everything. I went through every slide and you said, I have everything. And now you wait until we get on air in front of people and say, I don't have everything. Brooke, I tell you.
Okay.
I don't have it. We don't have it, but we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it right now.
Let's talk about it right now. Let's talk.
You know what?
See what Topher's picks are for the other matches.
That's
While
what
we're talking about
we'll
it,
do. We'll go back. We'll go
Topher,
back.
I can't believe this, but you chose Mustafa Ali to win every single match on this card. That's really impressive. You want to explain your reasoning?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. Well, Mustafa Ali is clearly the world's biggest underdog. And after that bout with Gunther, Mustafa Ali proved that this, not Trish Stratus.
not Trish Stratus.
I think that this is going to go to yeah, I think Io Sky is definitely going to be the one that pulls this out, especially after that performance with Bianca Belair back in Puerto Rico. So that's my pick for this one. Oh, what's the next slide? I think that, LA Knight should be the winner of this match. However, I do not see a world where Logan Paul is not the winner to face Seth Rollins. So
Yay,
LA Knight really should win. Logan Paul, actual winner.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this match is happening, but I love anything
That's
Dominic
not what
Mysterio
that's what I said.
does,
Okay.
and I feel like it would be an absolute travesty for Dominic Mysterio to not win this match by some sort of chicanery. It will be either a disqualification or a crazy roll-up or outside interference, but somehow or another, Dominic Mysterio is going to best Cody Rhodes.
Listen,
Before you switch slides, I'm changing my pick to Dominic.
Listen, all I have to say, just in quick reflection, is if somehow Dominic Mysterio does win this match, it is going to be through a bigger fraud than CryptoZoo. That's all I have to say.
Not CryptoZoo.
Yeah, I feel that. I hear you.
We hate you, Logan Paul. Sorry.
That was the best joke you've made in such a long time.
Oh. Yeah, this is going to be Gunther with the bullet. The original bro, I'd love to have him back. I'm glad that he's gone through rehab and done everything that he needs to do to get back in this. But this is going to be another Gunther squash, and I am looking so forward to it. So I mean, that was great and awesome, but like, no, Gunther.
It's like you were listening to what we were saying earlier when you weren't here. Interesting. Interesting.
The only one we all find.
This one. Oh my God. Did you see that video package that Finn Balor had on Monday Night Raw? Oh my God. I had goosebumps. Like, I am a Finn believer, and I want so badly for Finn Balor to win this match, whereas I did not feel that way before. I think that it's too early for them to play hot potato with the World Heavyweight Championship. And if Logan Paul is going to win Money in the Bank, he's not cashing in on Finn Balor. He's cashing in on Seth Rollins. But Finn Balor is going to give Seth Rollins the match of the lifetime. And it is going to be match of the night, bar none. And we are going to make believers out of Finn Balor for the next time Finn Balor faces one of Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins is the winner pick here.
I swear I think you've been listening while you had us off, while you went away. Because, yeah, everything's it. So, okay, the Tag Team Women's Championship match. I don't have the slide because Brook didn't tell me I didn't have the slide when I asked Brook earlier if I had all the matches.
Do we need the slide? Listen, all I'm going to say is this, okay? We know it's the Ronda Rousey Ruckus troupe, right? Versus an actual good tag team, right? Ronda and Ronda Mini, Ronda's Funko Pop.
How about say for the viewers is Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, no, sorry viewers, they told you incorrectly. It's Ronda Rousey and Ronda Rousey Mini versus two competent wrestlers.
Stop doing that on Shayna Baszler. She is great. It is not her fault that she is tagging with Ronda. Okay.
Listen, okay, I will continue to diss Shayna Baszler as long as she's following the ring with a 2-hit got bad at MMA chump that is Ronda Rousey. All right. So with that being said, Ronda Rousey is retaining.
I could not disagree with that statement more. Allegedly, they're trying to turn Ronda face again, and have Shayna turn on Ronda after this match, and have Ronda versus Shayna at SummerSlam. There's also rumors that Ronda wants to go back on break, which, yay, please do, always. Long story short, Liv and Raquel are regaining these belts, and I could not be happier.
All right, right now on air, we're putting $5 on this match, Brook.
Okay. Wes?
All right.
Shake on it.
You shaking?
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
And I don't know. What are you saying, Lewis?
I'm saying, first of all, Alba Fire and Nyla got paid dirty by WWE. Having Alba and Isla did not deserve that. Unfortunately, I know the WWE. They're gonna keep it on Ronda and Shayna.
Yep, Lewis, you're on the right side, even though we both wish it was on the better wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly.
Topher.
Thanks, WWE.
Not too much.
I think that Ronda Rousey is out of contractual losses to Liv Morgan. So I also on the other side of that though, Ronda Rousey's like busy on Mars doing stuff with other stars. So I think that Ronda Rousey is like got one foot outside of wrestling. So I'm gonna get her due. She's going to beat Shayna Baszler and is going to upset Ronda Rousey, and we are going to see discord between Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. So I say we get new women's tag team champions, because why the hell not? And Shayna Baszler goes over, Raquel Rodriguez goes over Shayna Baszler.
Interesting you bring up Stars on Mars, because I see that as a reason why they'd keep it on Ronda. As almost like a promotional outlet.
Also, remember last time
team champion is on this.
Remember last time we had a champion
show.
who was really busy and about to leave, and then he won at WrestleMania and still got the deal? I'm just saying.
She's not even busy. It's all been recorded already.
I
it's
don't
just
care.
Promoting it every week.
I don't care. Honestly, this tag team division, the way they have done this whole tag team division women's, I don't care about it. I don't care about I don't care about Ronda Rousey. I don't care about Shayna Baszler. I don't care about Liv Morgan, and I don't care about Raquel Rodriguez at this point, because they did not do the women's tag team division correctly. I will say it forever and ever. Sasha Banks and Trinity. Well, Mercedes and Trinity were correct. Mm-hmm. They were right, and they are owed the hugest apology ever in the WWE, because they were right. And they did exactly what they have done to this tag team division, which makes me not care about it. And then you sit there and you take tag team champions from NXT to combine them with the main roster tag teams who we didn't already care about. At least NXT's tag team division was decent and we cared about it a little bit. Now we don't care about those belts either. So now we got two belts on one show that nobody cares about. And then you go keep it on Ronda Rousey so she can have it just to have it and do what? Come and go as she please?
Yeah, come into the ring in her absolute lame ring entrance and then win with her lame moves and then be not over with her lame mic skills. Yeah.
To me, the whole point of Ronda being in the company originally was that she was an attraction, that she would bring people in to watch her. Nobody is tuning in for Ronda anymore. And
I don't care.
Like, nobody at all. I mean, nobody knew. Nobody's going to see this and say, oh, Ronda Rousey's on this? I'm going to watch. She's been in the company long enough that her novelty has faded. And regardless of her in-ring skills or lack thereof, like, at this point, we have to recognize that, sure, Ronda is a triple crown. She has won every belt available to women on the main roster. She is a multiple-time women's champion. Now she's won the tag belts. Only thing she hasn't done is Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble. And dear God, no, she won Royal Rumble. So only thing she hasn't done is Money in the Bank. At this point, right, we have to look and say, okay, enough's enough. Moving on. And we can't just keep giving her things just because she's Ronda Rousey and she was successful at one point in the UFC. Also, I wish beyond belief that they would actually book Alba Fire and Isla Dawn and Katana Chance and Kaden Carter in matches for belts and have them win. Please. Please. Please.
I mean,
even if it's not for the belts to begin with.
Listen, in general, we've made a mistake, and that is getting our hopes up for the women's division of WWE wrestling. But
right.
With that being said, let's hope at some point Ronda gets so busy that she can lose. But I don't think that's right now.
Topher, you had a point?
Yes,
Topher?
I think Brook brought up an excellent point. I would like to change my winner of the women's Money in the Bank match to Ronda Rousey. I think that Ronda
They only have 6 people in the match.
goes on to be a surprise entrant in the women's Money in the Bank match.
That's why
They
they haven't
only
put it out
have
there.
6 people in the match.
It's an open
Could
slot.
happen.
It's an open slot, so it could happen. There we go.
Not
No, absolutely not.
Topher, I think you were on the right track with Mustafa Ali to begin with.
I agree.
Mustafa's winning. Okay.
No, y'all, it's Carlito.
Oh,
We're closer to Saudi Arabia than when we're in the U.S.
I mean, Carlito can come
He's
back.
stronger now than he is.
I'm just
in the US.
saying. I met Carlito a couple days before I met Sam, and I had a little bit of a tease about something he was planning. So,
Well,
Yeah.
we will. That's the tea. Let us talk about this match now. The last match, the Bloodline Civil War match, Roman and Solo versus the Usos. Now, I will say this, and I'm gonna be honest. I still love the Bloodline storyline. I think this is still a great storyline. I feel like it's a whole lot more. It's still more that they could do. Even as long as this has been going on, I still feel like it's more that they could do. And so I'm not mad at this match. I'm not like, move on for already. I'm not there yet. And a lot of people may not agree with me, but I'm still not that mad that Roman still has the belt. I ain't mad. I like Roman. I don't think I'm gonna be mad. I think Roman Reigns has gotten to the point, and for me, like it was with The Undertaker for me, like The Undertaker could do no wrong for me. Like, I don't care what he did, I was still going to like him. So I don't care what Roman Reigns does, I'm still going to like him. So I'm not that mad that he still has the belt. I feel like this story is interesting. The fact that Jimmy and Jay decided to just like, look, we still love you, but you going too far, and you letting outside sources taint who you are and who we are as a bloodline. And so now we fighting for our bloodline. It's kind of interesting, and I'm not mad at it. I'm excited to see the match.
I'm very excited for the match. Whoever's the most responsible for the Bloodline storyline over the past however long it's been, they've deserved the biggest raise that WWE would ever give to anyone, because this storyline has
Allegedly, the person who has been producing a lot of the Bloodline stuff has been the Hurricane, Shane Helms. So, allegedly.
Well, he deserves a raise because it's good.
Yeah. I'm intrigued to see what the fuck a Bloodline Civil War match is, because I would like to think it's not just a simple tag team match.
I think it's
I would like to think there's more to it. Is it?
I think it is.
I feel like it should be at least a no DQ. Just go off, or even if it's just a tornado tag, like it feels like kind of thing that shouldn't have any rules to it.
I mean, I feel like it should be a no holds barred match. I feel like when family fight, you don't get in family folk business, so there's no rules. There should be no rules because family's fighting and everybody else stay out of it. So it should be definitely a no holds barred street fight. Like, let's go do it. But I don't know if that's what it is.
But let's be honest, right? This has been a long-term story. Mm-hmm. This is only Bloodline Civil War Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is going to build to SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we're going to get to see the kendo sticks and the 17 super kicks and the 550 Superman punches that will eventually be the Samoan extravaganza, right? So the question then becomes, though, for this Part 1, who needs to see, like, what do we need to see? Do we need to see the challengers show that it's possible, or do we need to see more adversity for the challengers, right? I'm hoping that they win this match and Jay goes in really strong, maybe to fight Roman at SummerSlam. That makes the most sense to me. I wouldn't actually like to see the title be thrown away that way, but I would like to see that match going into SummerSlam. So I'm hoping that Jay pins Roman here. That's my prediction.
I'll be honest. I really don't care anymore at this point. I might be the only one, okay? But, like, there comes a time for me, right, when regardless of the build, regardless of the long-term booking that WWE may or may not have lucked themselves into, like, it's too long, okay? Long-term booking works when it, like, has a conclusion, right? And I don't know, the whole Usos not joining Sammy right before WrestleMania, only for them to turn on Roman like right after WrestleMania. To me, it just feels kind of forced and kind of hackneyed, not gonna lie. I really just don't think it makes sense to me honestly, I don't even think this match makes sense. I don't think it should be happening. I don't think the Bloodline should even be doing this. I don't think Roman should still be champ. Because all of this would be so much more convincing to me if Cody had the belt and Roman didn't. Because if you look at this card, why does Roman still have the belts? Has not defended them since WrestleMania. Seth Rollins has defended his belt in the past month more than Roman has in the past year. Crazy stat, right? To me, sure, Jay or Jimmy pins Roman. I think it'd be great. It should be Jay. Because hopefully we're getting Jay Roman at SummerSlam, which will then result in Jay losing, and then Roman keeping the belts until WrestleMania 40, which is exactly what everyone wants, right?
Yeah.
Cringe for that, Lewis. Cringe.
I genuinely wouldn't mind it.
I'm so sick. I need
Neither.
Okay, but riddle me this, Lewis. Matt, riddle me this. If he does keep it to WrestleMania 40, who's he giving it to? No wrong answers.
Cody, I wouldn't.
There we go. I just had to make sure you were on it, Lewis. I'm with Lewis on this. Whatever you think.
Cody is not the one to take the belts off Roman at this point.
Who
do you
is?
think, Topher?
I do think that Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship is a much better match than Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio without the title. However, I do like the Bloodline storyline. I like that we're getting to where we're getting. Should Roman and Solo have won the tag titles to then be facing the Usos with the tag titles on the line? You know, maybe. I feel like that would make this match even bigger, but it didn't happen, and now here we are. Is this going to be a schmoz finish that is going to lead to us having a Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam with the Roman and Solo versus the Usos? Maybe. Is Roman Reigns ever going to defend the championship again? Maybe. I think there's a lot of unanswered questions here.
He's going to have to eventually.
Are we sure? Are we sure?
Because he hasn't defended the belt in 3 months, Lewis. I thought it was a 30-day thing.
Didn't he defend it against Rey Mysterio at a house show?
That does not count. House shows are not canon. You know that.
He's going to have to eventually. Like we're not having Roman Reigns champion in 2054.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, Brook. I'm not stupid.
I'm not
Okay.
saying more.
So-
WWE is stupid, and I think I can see them doing that.
But the conclusion's coming. I think it is pretty obvious with the way that the Bloodline has started to crumble apart. It's slow and steady. The conclusion is coming. As for this match thing, I think the Usos are winning. I don't know what the match is going to entail. The Usos are winning. You know what? I wouldn't be too mad if Jay did win the title.
The only thing that makes sense to me at this point in this storyline, for the Bloodline to be wrapped up, Roman take a decent time off TV, right? And this is just my opinion, right? Is after this match, Solo leaves Roman, right? Because in my world, Roman ate the pin. Okay, Solo leaves Roman, goes off on his own, beats the shit out of Austin Theory, and takes the U.S. title off of him, whatever. Okay. Then, while that's going on, okay, Then while that's going on, the Usos are like, you don't have anybody anymore, Us. What are you doing? You know? And then because Jay pinned Roman, he gets a title match at SummerSlam. Okay. And then in the normal situation, when Roman's beaten down and this is where we get Uso or solo interference or anything, right? He doesn't have anybody at this point. Everybody left him. And that is the satisfying conclusion to me, is Jay taking the belt off Roman. Am I the only one? Probably. But at this point, I don't see a world where Cody takes the belt off Roman unless it's like decently in the future. And this reign was too long 2 years ago. So, yeah.
I have a theory.
Let's go ahead.
And it might be far-fetched, but hear me out. This match happens. Usos, and they fight to the death of their finish. They're beaten down. Roman gets pinned by Jay or whoever. And it's like a fight to the finish. Everybody's tired. Everybody's down. Everybody's exhausted. And then Logan Paul's music hits.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He cashes in his Money in the Bank win tonight against Roman Reigns because he's beat down, and Jey Uso like kicks it Roman good time so Logan can win, and Logan Paul takes the belts off of Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank because we know for God's sakes he's not coming back on the show until another pay-per-view happens, so he might as well cash it in while he's there.
Lana, if you think that Vince McMahon got creative decisions for the entirety of WWE again, just say so.
I mean,
no, that's not even. That's David Arquette WCW level. Like
it's not that bad. Okay?
All I'm saying is Logan Paul is not coming back to another show until the next pay-per-view. So we go let Logan Paul hold this Money in the Bank for the whole year because he's only going to come back at pay-per-views. And when is an opportunity to take a belt off of Roman Reigns? Because Logan Paul cannot beat Roman Reigns apparently when Reigns is ready for him. Somebody got to snatch it off Roman. Who is doing it? Nobody's doing it.
So
now,
right now, because
So.
I'm a curious person, okay? I think we've all lost track of the actual count of days on Roman's belt, right? Correct? Yes?
Over 1,000.
It's over 1,000. Correct. Roman has been Universal Champ for 1,033 days as of recording. By Saturday, it will be 1,036. To me, right, and this is just me, I don't think he should have made it to 1,000. I think we are mostly in agreement on that. And I don't think that Roman should be going much further with the belt. If Roman is still champ by WrestleMania 40 and he retains at WrestleMania 40, which quite frankly would not shock me, he is not losing these belts for 3 more years after. Like at that point, they're already halfway there. Might as well just keep it going until he breaks the Bruno record.
I didn't mind him getting to 1,000. Personally, I didn't mind it. There's only 2 matches in his reign where I feel like I would have been okay with him losing. The Cody match at WrestleMania, and Brian Edge match at 37. A point of order whilst we're talking about the tag teams. I feel like they should do what they did with the women's division, create 2 new fucking belts so that we can actually have a tag team split so that we're not like I hate the fucking red and the blue shit. Like give us 2 new fucking world tag team titles. So that we can actually have a new tag team division to invest in. Yeah.
They're not.
They're not going to. I just hate the fucking look of the tag team belts.
They look atrocious.
They do.
These
new women's belts look amazing.
One of them does. I agree.
Which ones are you referring to? The ones that are never seen on television, or
They've
Why-
because
only
they still
just been
eluded me.
made.
I don't know if I've ever seen them.
Okay. Also, I know we have not had the opportunity to do so because she's not booked for this card. Can you pull up the Brook rant thing real quick?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As soon as I can find you. Give me a minute.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Speed.
Yeah, I can feel the card.
42 losers, 1 winner.
Okay. There we go.
Injured for breakfast. Okay. To me, the biggest telltale sign that WWE doesn't know what to do with someone is when they don't put them on TV. Right? We all agree. Yes? Okay. So tell me and explain to me why, one, Asuka has barely been on TV. I don't care if she's feuding with Charlotte. They're not booked for Money in the Bank. And then secondly, explain to me why Rhea Ripley, who has been women's champion for almost 3 months now, has been a side piece to a Dominic Mysterio Cody Rhodes feud, while she is literally the top woman on Raw. Please, someone
In the company.
In the company.
arguably in the company. I'm not even arguing in the company. I'm just saying in general, at minimum, the top woman on Raw. Okay, she is supposed to be like the standard bearer from the women's division on Raw, minimum, arguably in the company, and yet she's not even booked for Money in the Bank. Okay, I mean, Austin Theory's not booked either, and neither is Asuka, which does not break your case any better, but whatever. But she's not. She's only defended her belt, to my knowledge, 1 time.
Twice.
Oh yeah, she did have the match, the Natalia match.
Mm-hmm. That was a thing.
Regardless, she's defended her belt twice. Has not had any compelling storyline with it outside of the Zelina Vega feud, and even then, that was kind of brief because they had to build up to it quickly. We're at a point where we just haven't seen Rhea get really any storyline that wasn't centered around Dominic, because even the Zelina is more connected to Dominic and Ray than her and Zelina.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, she defended her belt against Natalia. You remember how they built that matchup? Because Natalia had to post a promo on social media. So, like, for me, they need to do something with her that involves her being the women's champion. Because I'm tired of her being a side piece.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Has Theory done anything since Cena? Because I can't tell you.
No, but he's a mid-card champion, and she's like the top of the women's.
Oh no, I'm not disputing your case. I'm just saying I've completely forgot that Theory was a fucking champion.
I mean, Theory's been U.S. champ for like what 7 months now, almost.
I know.
And
it's
he's
just
not
been
really
so long since I last seen him. Like do anything of note that I completely forgot that the US champion. I would before you reminded me, I wouldn't have been able to tell you who the US champion was because
Yeah,
it's been that long.
To me, they're about to fix that because, spoiler alert, if you were not ready to hear spoilers for SmackDown next week, allegedly, SmackDown next week on July 7th is going to be in probably the WWE arena, if you asked anybody, Madison Square Garden. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly, a certain man who spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool is returning on SmackDown and going with the U.S. title with Theory into SummerSlam, where he could win the belt. I would not be mad. Also, Carlito's in really good shape. Like, we saw him at Backlash. She's doing great. So, like, please.
I don't know if he's going to win it this soon.
I mean, why not? Because I think they would give it to him because he'd been there so long. He came back. He left. He's coming back. I would think they would give it to him. I don't know
if they'd let Theory go over Cena clean, but yet Carlito.
I think that was honestly, I think that was a Cena choice. I think John wanted to give that to Austin because John Cena has definitely been more vocal about how when he was coming up, how the Undertaker did for him and the things that the Undertaker had showed him in backstage and how, people had to allow him to go over clean in some instances and how he feels like he needs to do that for to the ones coming up and the ones there now. So I think that was the Cena decision to 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 be like, okay, he can go over on me clean.
Absolutely. And you're right,
So-
Lana. It was a Cena decision. Actually, I believe every loss that Cena's had for the last 20 years has been a Cena decision. But Lewis, I think you're also right, which is I don't think that they can bring someone back after they had a stint in WWE and give them a championship, because we've already seen that and they didn't do it. They had an opportunity to bring someone back who was in the company, who took a hiatus, and then give them a belt. And Cody Rhodes is still beltless, right?
But we need to go with the counter argument of that and say, one, this was Cody Rhodes going after the lengthiest title reign of the modern era in WWE versus Carlito going after the U.S. title. They're on different levels.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Carlito won the U.S. title in his debut when he first signed with the company. And it would be really cool if he did that again. And also, the man he beat to win that belt, John Cena. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those situations where it probably won't happen, but if it did happen, I would lose my mind and be super excited.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Pete Dunne, but I am putting my eggs in the Pete Dunne is getting Pete Dunne back basket.
All right, so we haven't done this in a hot minute, but I will ask, what is everybody's match to watch for the evening? The one that's like, only watch one match. This is the one you're watching.
Seth and Finn, easy.
Well, I think if you only have time for one match, it means you're in a rush. And if you're in a rush, you need to watch Gunther Mountain.
You got 7 minutes of your day. That's going to be the one.
I'm personally most excited for the men's ladder.
Okay. I am going to go with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Okay. That's their
and I'm getting it now. I'm getting it live on the headset that Toph says watching Mustafa Ali intercept and help Roman Reigns lose to Jey Uso is the match to watch.
Totally fair.
Good call, Toph. Good call.
Good call. Very good. Okay. Well, then that's it. We did it. We talked about it. Okay. Wait. One last question before we go. This card. What are we predicting it to be? Is it going to be a great one? Is it going to be a good one? Is it going to be a meh? Or is it going to be bad? How are we feeling?
So, like, on a scale of December to Dismember to whatever the best fucking pay-per-view.
Money in the Bank 11.
But Money in the Bank 20, is that the Punk one?
Yes, it's Punk Brand.
Right. No, I think it's going to be a good one. I don't know if it's going to be... I'm trying to see what I can compare it to. I feel like it's going to be better than Backlash.
This season, this Backlash? Wait, in Puerto Rico Backlash?
Never mind. I think it's going to be better than... Because I had to think back and I was like, damn, Backlash is actually pretty good.
Like, Night of Champions?
Right. Night of Champions.
Okay, better than Night of Champions. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm about to say this Backlash was actually pretty good.
I think it's going to be,
All right.
Night of Champions, Money in the Bank, Backlash.
Very well. Well, I'll give you two predictions. You asked for one, I'll give you two.
Okay.
That's just the guy I am. So, if everything goes Judgment Day and we're getting a Judgment storyline, this is better than day one of WrestleMania.
Oh, that was good.
If none of this happens, if nothing goes Judgment Day and we get Logan Paul, we're getting worse than night 2 of WrestleMania.
Ooh.
So to me, it's very polar.
Okay, hold up. The only way this card can be worse than night 2 of WrestleMania is if Ronda and Shayna win, Logan wins, Dominic wins, I don't know, Bailey wins, Bloodline wins, and I guess Riddle wins.
Bloodline wins. Wait, what do you mean Bloodline wins?
Roman and Solo, they are still at the Bloodline, and Usos are the Usos again. That's how it is being listed everywhere, is the Bloodline versus the Usos. For me, I don't think this card can be worse than WrestleMania Night 2. Because even then, well, to be fair, WrestleMania Night 2 did also have Gunther Sheamus.
Are you ready to watch Logan Paul take the Universal title? Because
I'd be
that would
fucking
make
good.
it worse.
I would be stoked. I'm not even gonna lie. Get it off of Roman immediately. Regardless. For me, this is going to be a perfectly good show. But Seth and Finn can make it great. I'm not sure if it'll depend on how long they get for them. I think this is going to be
personally
better than Elimination Chamber, probably.
Very excited for James Corden's obvious ringside appearance. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
In his cat's regalia.
Nothing.
Yeah, I see.
Yikes. I think this is going to be a perfectly good pay-per-view. Certain things need to happen for it to be great. I agree. Like, certain things have to happen for this to be great. Right now, as the card as is, Finn winning would make it great. The Usos winning will make it great. Damian Priest winning will make it great, because then I feel like we'll have a Judgment Day storyline to look forward to in the future.
Tyson Fury better be nowhere near this pay-per-view.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh wait. One more thing. Because there is that open spot in the women's match, which technically isn't an open spot, right? In a theoretical world where they announce a 7th entrant either on SmackDown or at the show, because they did it last year with Theory, who is your pick to be the final surprise entrant in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match?
Lita.
I'll throw in a just for the British sake, Alba Fyre or Isla Dawn, one of them two.
Yeah, it's got to be Santina Marella. We haven't seen her in too long.
Miss WrestleMania.
Miss WrestleMania.
Jesus Christ.
However, I am going to go with
Alundra Blaze
talent who has never held women's title gold. Truly a peach in the ring. I must be talking about the person who nobody's meaner than Tamina.
Fucking hell.
There's nobody meaner than Tamina.
She's still on the payroll.
And they do nothing with her. I'm just like, are we kidding me? Like,
Tamina is the hustle queen, because she's just like, now part-time? Sure.
All right, yeah. To close this out, Brooke, before we talk about why the cup is great and how you should plug us on all the merch, I want you to do research. Next week, I need you to bring back the person who has been on the longest era of payroll without being on air.
Oh, I can tell you that immediately. Like, for certain, I know exactly who it is.
And who will that be?
Well, okay. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there are two options. Okay,
bring it back next week or next time.
Yeah, next week.
We have to build anticipation.
Oh no, I know it's Bobby Roode. He's been out for like 2 years.
Is he still on the payroll?
Yes, he's still on the payroll. He just had neck fusion surgery.
Oh, I didn't know he was still on the payroll.
Yeah, he's been out.
I mean, I know he's been out, but I didn't realize he was still there. I thought they released him.
Oh, he's still there. Yeah.
Oh, well, good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. I mean, look, I personally, I am here for Bobby Roode. I like Bobby Roode. I want Glorious to come back for me, because that's what I like the most. But anyway,
I guess it's a thing about like releasing people when they're injured.
Yeah, that would be kind of foul.
Yeah. It's a no.
Evan Bourne.
I mean,
Evan Bourne. Flash Morgan Webster was technically injured when he got released.
Yeah, I forgot about that hurt.
Because I promise you one thing: if they release Alexa Bliss because she's pregnant, I'll be like, "You are sick and disgusting people."
She's pregnant. Aaliyah's pregnant. Xia Li is pregnant. So don't know what's going on. Something in the water at the on SmackDown.
I mean,
is Brad Maddox still backstage? Anyway,
I mean, it happens, baby. They gotta live. They live in their best life. Period. But that's it. We're done. We talked about it. We know what we're doing. So follow us all. Do the whole things that you do on the YouTubes. You know what to do. You're here on YouTube listening right now. So follow, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Follow us on Twitter on the cup at the cup pod. That's the cup pod, and you can find out when all of our stuff is coming out. This will come out on Saturday. Well, on our new channel, the Cup TV. So check out the Cup TV, where we're go watch. We're expanding.
You'll
the
like
Cup
it.
TV.
If you like
the
this,
most
you'll like
seen
that.
YouTube channel on YouTube. Welcome to the Cup TV.
Exactly. It's the Cup TV, and it'll be out. All of our wrestling stuff is coming out on SmackDown Saturdays, so check that out. Get the Cup merch.
Yeah.
Get the Cup merch. We got the cups, we got hats, we got socks, we got stuff. Check it out
Tune into All In August.
Lana, at LanaGCreations.etsy.com. Yeah. Link will be below. And yeah, that's it. We've done it. Watch Money in the Bank on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Live from the
O2
Arena. The O2 Arena. It's really nice. It has like a really white, it looks like a tent from the outside, but it's not. It's an arena.
We love that for you. So and good for the O2 Arena for that. And on that note, cheers, y'all. Cheers. Good night. Goodbye.
Peace out.
Bye.
I hate British people. They're so British.
So British. Asking for